and welcome, beautiful, vibrant souls, to this week's Astrocast. This is going to be covering the week ahead, which will be November 28th, 2022 through December 4th, 2022. Hello, welcome back to all my old friends. Welcome to all my new friends. For the unfamiliar, uninitiated, who are wondering what astrocasting is all about, sorry, I have a little piece of cat fur I was just getting distracted by. I want to give you a brief rundown so we're all kind of starting from the same page. As you see, we have a lovely little circular board here divided up into 12 segments, and these represent the 12 houses of the zodiac and their natural areas of rulership. I want to kind of preface this with the caveat that these are the natural houses. Sorry, my cat's laying on the floor and he's just being so dramatic. What a little stack of mashed potatoes. Anyway, but this will also play out very differently for each and every one of you based on your personal astrology, as well as, the circumstances of your own personal life journey. So just keep that in mind. If you're interested in an astrocast for yourself, looking at, the week, month, 6 months, year ahead, whatever it might be, please feel free to check out my shop link and DM me for a custom reading. I don't currently have astrocasts listed in my shop, but like I said, I do take custom orders, and if I get enough custom order requests, my cat's just being ridiculous, sorry guys. If I get enough custom order requests or comments on these videos, I'll add it as a permanent fixture to the shop. So yes, 12 houses, 12, the areas of life that they rule, all that good, oof, excuse my hiccup, all that good stuff. So what we do is we reach into our little jar of teeny tiny tarot cards. Like, look at this little tower. You guys see? Oh, he's so cute. So I reach in and blindly kind of feel around, intuitively grab cards, cast them onto the board, and interpret the energy of the card in the area of life that it corresponds to. So that's what you can expect. With that, let us look at the week ahead. You know what I'm due? Oof, okay, I've never done this before, so bear with me. I want to give it like a massive shake-up. So something huge, especially because the card I pulled off the top for demonstrative purposes was the Tower. Something huge, I feel like, is coming. Wow, yeah, I'm not looking. Sorry, I have a hard time talking while I'm doing this part because I'm not looking. For some reason, the second I shut my eyes, I want to also shut my mouth. But yeah, just like trying to, I almost want to do like cardinal directions. Like I want to I'm kind of getting that energy. There's a lot that's going on this week. All right, this is going to be a longer one, you guys, so settle on in. Okay. Whew. Okay, spicy energy. Ooh, okay. So this is one of those little cards that just comes with the deck. Normally I replace it, but I almost want to leave it here. So we'll explore as we go. So let's see what we have here going on. We have, the Knight of Pentacles in the 12th house. As you see, when there's cards where the bottom of the card is very clearly facing toward the center of the wheel, I take this to be upright. Similarly, if the top of the card was facing inward, I would take it very clearly as reversed. So when there are cards that are on their side, this to me means that the energy is kind of in flux. I will also say we have something very unique this week where we have some in the center. Whenever cards come out in the center, this to me means this can affect any or all areas of life. Because there's usually a card that calls to me as the underpinning energy of the week. But this is one of those things where it can, like I said, this can kind of play out differently for each person in different areas of their life, or this could be at the center of all of these things, the center of everything this week. And where I'm already directed to these massive shakeups, I'm inclined to believe it's the latter rather than the former. Just a side note. So we have, the Three of Cups reversed bordering the 9th and 10th house. I'm not surprised. We have the Three of Pentacles in the dead center, and we have the Sun in the dead center. Whenever anything comes out in the dead center, I usually kind of because it's neither upright nor reversed, I'll kind of read it based on whatever I feel intuitively called toward in the moment. So we have, again, this little card on its side bordering the 2nd and 3rd house. We have the Three of Swords upright bordering the 5th and 6th house. Oh, okay, but the Knight of Swords in the 6th house, upright. So, bye Nugget. Sorry, my kitty just left. So we have Leo's energy showing up here. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. And we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. Sorry, I'm laughing because this is the slowest knight in the deck. And this is the fastest knight in the deck. And they are opposite one another. Oh boy, we have some spicy shit to talk about. Okay, first things first. For some of you, this week, a spiritual connection is ending, and I need to talk to you guys about it. And I say that because we have the Three of Pentacles here, and I'm almost called to read them with the Sun upright and the Three of Pentacles reversed. But you know, we'll get into it more as we talk. And then we have this Three of Cups reversed, bordering the 9th and 10th house. So this is like very much soul family reunion celebration. This is a spiritual partnership. And bordering the 9th and 10th house, I feel as if there is a significant friendship that is, I'm hearing, not doing well, that might be causing problems. We also have 3 showing up twice, 3, 3, 3. You might be seeing that quite a lot. For some of you, because now I'm being drawn into the Three of Swords here. For some of you, this is somebody you work with because we have the 6th house, you know, coming up here, the 10th house here. But for some of you, there's a friendship, and this is likely a spiritual partnership of some form, right? So this could be, you know, this could be somebody that you work with that you just like gel really well with. This could be, you know, a friend that you guys have done. Sorry, I have so many things I want to say. I feel like with it bordering the 5th and 6th house, and then this one bordering the 9th and 10th house, this person, you and this person had a really interesting soul contract, and it was meant to create expansion and growth. Now, this person was a key player in getting you toward more of this 10th house energy. Your 10th house is your status, your legacy. I almost said statusy. I did that a couple weeks ago too. Your status, your legacy, it's what you build for yourself, right? It's kind of like what in this lifetime you put your name on, what you are known for, what you create, right? It's also to a certain extent your destiny, how the public knows you. It's a really important house, right? It's the culmination of everything that you can create by yourself, right? For yourself, or not even for yourself, but by yourself, what you can do. And the culmination of your entire, you know, journey of a massive cycle. Because, you know, with the Wheel of the Zodiac, we start at the 1st house, the house of the self, and we go all the way around. And the 10th house is the culmination of houses, you know, the journey through houses 1 through 10. This person was meant to help you get to this 10th house energy in some way, shape, or form. This person was here for you for a really important cycle. And your guides are really stressing that. It's important to not have it be underestimated. I'm being drawn now to the Knights. So for some of you, you and this person could be like an opposites attract kind of situation. I feel like this is something where when you guys are working well, and I feel that you have in the past, this is just magnificent, right? Like you guys really assist each other. You help compensate for each other's weaknesses. You help each other grow. But there's reached a point where there's no more growth here. There's no more, I just keep hearing the word culmination. You guys have gone as far as you can go together. So for some of you, there is a massive disruption with this person this week. And again, for a lot of you, I feel this is a friend, not for everybody. And this is because with the Knight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles kind of energy, because again, I'm being drawn to this. You know, like I said, we have the fastest and the slowest knight in the deck. One of you is very, very clever, very agile, but can be prone to take swift, impulsive action. I'm hearing believing that they're right, even if it's just in the moment. That's kind of one of the downfalls with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords always thinks they're right. The Knight of Swords can also be prone to speak without thinking, right? So even in like a pretty benign context. This could be somebody who says yes to things and then changes their mind and wants to flake. This can be somebody who's kind of inconsistent. This can be somebody who speaks without truly thinking about the impact of their words. This is also somebody who's very, very fast moving. And this person likes to take things slower. This person's more consistent. This person can get stuck in their comfort zone. This person can be a little more traditional, slow and steady wins the race. And so both have their, like I said, their benefits and drawbacks. And I think when you guys are working well as a team, you guys have really helped each other achieve a lot of growth. I want to know more about this situation. Yeah, I don't know. I want to pull about it really quick. Okay, yeah, 8 of Wands. Okay, and the Page of Wands. So the reason why, like I said, you guys have finished it. God, I keep hitting this accidentally. You guys have finished a spiritual cycle. I'm going to put this over here while I'm talking. Yeah, because the thing that's getting my attention, wow. The two that were sticking up along the sides were the 8 of Cups reversed and the Ace of Swords. There's going to be this clarity and this truth. There might be a conversation because I feel like the time has come with the 8 of Cups for you guys to move forward and move on. And that's why there's going to be a truth that's revealed. There's a conversation. But like I said, you guys were supposed to be in each other's lives, right? If you feel this connection, you feel this this sense of knowing one another, this sense of importance, maybe even a sense of urgency sometimes. It's a sense of there's weight, there's gravity to the friendship, to the partnership, to what you're making together, to the work you're doing together. And this is because, like I said, you and this person had a really important cycle to play out together. You were integral to each other's growth. You were integral to helping each other reach a major milestone. And with the Sun here, what I feel like is coming out is that your guides are really encouraging you to look at this next phase, because I do feel like whether it's, with a bang or kind of more gradually, you and this person are going in different directions. And you're being encouraged to try to look at it with positivity with the Sun, right? Try to be enlightened about it. Try to see it as what it is, which is that, we have a tendency culturally, societally, and just as human beings to handcuff together, permanence and significance. And that's not always the case. We can have incredibly significant experiences that are relatively short-lived when we're looking at linear time, right? But it's just not so cut and dry, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So what's happening here with the Page of Wands, first of all, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag, and the 8 of Wands. There could be travel because he's my little adventurer card. There could be travel here. So some of you might be moving. The 9th house is also very much about travel. There could be really important news coming in. But what I feel like is happening, because we saw that Ace of Swords earlier, is there are messages coming in. Whether you're talking with this person, you're getting clarity from your spirit guides, you're getting information from outside sources, third parties. You are getting clarity about the relationship you have with this person. And it's because it's time with the Page of Wands, and we saw the 8 of Cups reversed earlier. It's time for you to start a new journey. And this is across the board. So this is actually a good opportunity to talk about this guy. With the Knight of Pentacles in the 12th house, this is the last house of the zodiac. Again, for some of you, this could be where you're getting clarity around a career. We have career houses. Actually, all 3 career houses are referenced with the 12th house, 10th house, and then a little bit going on in the 2nd house. Sorry, I was like, what is that sound? I think it's the rain outside. So with the Knight of Pentacles in the 12th house, you guys are wrapping up a cycle. This is something that you've been working on for a very long time. There might be an offer coming through for some of you. There's a big thing happening. And this is the entire thing this all hinges on here is this energy. And I feel once again that I'm going to pull a clarifier about this, not to find out what it is, but just to get an additional piece of information, because I feel like this is at the heart of everything this week. Okay, yeah, Temperance. There we go. Sagittarius energy, more 9th house energy. This is a manifestation that you've been waiting for, you've been working on, you've been, again, culminating. That's the word that keeps coming through. Whoop. And I feel like with, again, this card, it's like Spirit doesn't want you to know exactly what it is yet, right? It's hard to see, but there's a little candle here. You might be kind of guided to follow. It reminds me of the Ace of Wands. So like to follow an offer, an opportunity. You might be getting divine inspiration. We see that here as well. But you're getting news of some kind, right? For some of you, you might see something on social media that inspires you. Some of you might be like winning a trip, or like you find a really good deal on like a trip that you've always wanted to take. So you just book it. But there's important news coming in. And with this card bordering the second and third house, this could be about your career. You could be getting a job offer. You could be getting the opportunity to relocate. I definitely see that as well. But you're getting important news and an opportunity to redefine what is secure for yourself. And this is built off the back of the work you've been doing. This is what I mean when I say like, you know, what is that sound? I think there's just like water dripping, but I don't see, it doesn't look like it's raining. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to stop getting distracted. It's just very loud, so I'm sorry if that's picking that up on the audio. There's not really a lot I can do. Yeah, so this is all built off the back here with the Knight of Pentacles in the 12th house of the work that you've been doing. You've been wrapping up old cycles, and a lot of this has revolved around you getting very, very clear on what is stability for you. And with the Sun showing up and the Three of Pentacles reversed in the center of the board, a lot of this is about connections. You know, what is meant for you, what is not. What is self-constructive, what is self-destructive. What habits, relationships, patterns are healthy ones, what are unhealthy ones. You've been doing a lot of unraveling work. And I see this as well with the 6th house kind of being referenced heavily, because the 6th house is the good mind, body, spirit connection. It's about our health, our wellness, our sense of well-being, being grounded. So this is really what's at the core here, are these energies. And like I said, there's something coming through. This could be where you're finally having, with the light, an epiphany. You're getting an opportunity. You're finally getting an offer that you've been waiting on. There's something where you're finally getting the green light from the universe. And this could be energetic just because of Temperance and the fire energy here. We have a lot of fire showing up. We don't have a ton of pentacles. So this could be more like we have a lot of like fire and a bit of air sprinkled in here. So you're really getting an idea. You're getting, you're kicking around a project with a new group of people, or you're like getting a new opportunity at work to try something out. But you've been doing a lot of unpacking, a lot of wrapping up old cycles, a lot of closing out old spiritual, I was gonna say tabs, but I almost said tails. So you're ending the stories, you're ending the narrative that you used to have in your life. And this feels very powerful, very, very much powerful. And again, with the energy at the beginning where I wanted to shake the whole thing up, tower energy, there's gonna be something that's coming out of left field. And I do feel like your guides want to surprise you a little bit. Surprise. Your guides do want to surprise you a little bit. But I will say, because I value and respect and love all of you enough to honor you with what I feel to be the truth, I do feel like this is going to make some things difficult. You might have several soul connections that you need to say goodbye to. And I see this here with the 3 of Swords bordering the 5th and 6th house, and then the Knight of Swords in the 6th house. So to move toward this offer, this opportunity, I do feel like it's going to be difficult, because there's this recognition that you are trading in one passion or sense of stability for the other. And I say that because the 3 of Swords. So let's say this is like you get a job opportunity that's going to ask you to relocate, right? There might be like, you might want to rush in to say yes to this. And in doing so, you are, you might be feeling really excited because this is in alignment with where you're going, with who you're becoming, right? This next version of you. Excuse my burp. I get very excited and burpy. But there is heartbreak. There is a bit of sadness, because it does require walking away from people, situations, opportunities, hobbies, habits, patterns that used to bring you a lot of joy, or possibly still do, but also serve to destabilize you. Because the 5th house, this is, our inspirations, our passions. This is why it covers hobbies, romance, inner child energy. It's where it's our soul spark. That's what I call it. It's like you're unmitigated, like, hell yes. Oh, hell yes, dog. Like, That's the 5th house. And that's why I love that energy so much. But then the 6th house comes in and say, okay, we got to ground this, right? So like like when you start dating somebody, you're all over each other, and the 6th house comes in to be like, okay, now we have to go back to real life a little bit. Let's simmer down just a teeny bit so we can function. That's kind of the intersection of these two houses. So there's something where I feel like you're swapping. So there's, you know, by having to hand over what was in order to accept what is and what will be, you know, or handing over even what is for what will be, there's this thing where I do feel like you guys are going to be rushing to say yes to this offer, this opportunity, this new idea, this new, you know, this chance at travel, whatever it might be for you. Whatever this is, you've been manifesting this with Temperance, right? And it's finally ready. You guys have waited long enough. It's finally here. Or you're getting word about it, you know, this week, and like you're making your preparations. I'm seeing like a month. So by like the new year, this might be when this new cycle takes off, but you're like starting to get ready now. And in doing so, there's this recognition that in order to step into your destiny, in order to step into what you really most want to create, right? To bring your ideas to life, to bring your dreams to fruition, you have to let go of everything that's not supporting that. And I do feel for many of you, this will revolve around the connections that you keep in your life. You know, who's really here to have a spiritual connection with you? Because I feel like with the 3 of Cups, there's some people you've shared a lot of really fun experiences with. Maybe people you used to party with, people you used to like, you know, you used to like share these really great moments with. And the thing is, I don't think that they're just superficial. I think there's something important and real, right? It's kind of like when you get ready to settle down and you look back at like your shit show 20s, or I don't know, whatever shit show era you've had, and you're glad it's gone, but you're also going to miss it a little tiny bit because it's a learning process, right? It's an experience. And you had that with this person or with these people. And it could be multiple people, like I said, that you're having to kind of prepare to part ways with. And you've had that, right? These have been the people who have either watched you go from house 1 to 10 or who have supported you along the way. They are important to you. They are significant to you, but the soul contract is over. And I think it's really, your guides are really stressing that. Like, it's okay to let them go. It doesn't make the time you've spent together any less meaningful. It doesn't make them any less spiritual for you. You guys did what you were here to do. And it's okay to let this person go, whether this is a friend, I'm hearing an ex-romance, a current romance, family members, whatever this might be. You already know this. You're already intuitively feeling that you've gone as far as you can go with this person or this, you know, group of people, these situations in your life. Because I feel like with the 3 of Cups reversed, it's just like, it's not really bringing you happiness anymore. It's not really where you want to be at, and it's not personal to this individual or to, you know, a specific individual. It's because the person or people you're referencing, you and this other energy are going in different directions. And that's really at the core of all of these messages. I'm just looking at everything we have in front of us. And I do feel like, again, 3 of Swords, it's going to be hard to say goodbye to some of these things, some of these people as well, some of these situations. Because you're not just saying goodbye to them and to the time you've shared together, you're also saying goodbye to these old pieces of yourself that have been chipping away and falling away slowly. You've done all the deconstructing work. You've done some of the reconstructing work when it comes to, you know, your inner work. And now is the time to really start building. And I'm thinking about all this with the 11th house, right? Like I said, we go from 1 through 10, learning, growing, and then building. And when we get to the 10th house, you know, this is, like I said, what we've made for ourselves. So when we are kind of looking at everything in our little kingdom and kind of surveying the work we've done, there comes a point where we want to then grow. And it's kind of like, well, what do I do, right? You know, you've done everything you can think to do. You've accomplished everything that you can accomplish for the most part on your own. And the 11th house is kind of like got the junk drawer of astrology. It's like, if you just kind of look at quick little cheat sheets, it's like, oh, the 11th house is all about friends and wishes and community and futurism. And you're like, the hell does this all mean? But the connecting factor with the 11th house is once we've gone as far as we can go on our own, how do we expand? How do we grow, right? And that's why the 12th house then also has to do with understanding our own power, and wrapping up cycles of powerlessness or of self-sabotage in order to have this rebirth of the first house. So what I feel like, because we have so much reference with the 10th house here, is that you guys have gone as far as you can go, not only on your own, but with the people currently in your life or the situations in your life. And now you're finally getting the manifestation you asked for that's going to help you expand, that's going to help you grow. And the people who will support you in that process are either coming into your life or not far behind. But it does require being able to let go of what's no longer meant for you. Doesn't mean it wasn't a part of your path, doesn't mean it wasn't intensely spiritual, doesn't mean it wasn't important. It just means that something else gets to be important now, because it was important to you where you were, but you're not that person anymore. And thus these situations don't fit anymore. You've outgrown them. And this is why I feel like your guides are trying to encourage you to try to look at any parting of the ways, look at any changes, instead of with a broken heart, with a sense of joy and happiness and optimism, knowing that there are still so many people out there who are going to love you, so many opportunities that are going to light you up, so many things that are going to make you happy and joyful, that are going to help you grow, help you expand, help you become the next version of yourself, right? The rebirth, help you build something entirely new and different, help you really live your life. Because I feel like you guys have been stuck for a long time. You've been on this journey for a long time of unwrapping all this stuff, and now you're finally getting to reap the rewards. Wow. I want to kind of pull you guys just like a card or two of advice, because then I want to wrap up. Okay, these are the two I was going to grab. The 3 of Wands and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, you don't have to wait much longer. Your soul partnerships, romantic or otherwise, are on their way. And they're going to come in sooner than you think. For some of you, this will, like I said, involve travel. So the general advice is don't worry about what you have to let go of, because exactly what you've been asking is coming in for you. And once you let go and you surrender what's already kind of in hand, then you have room to accept new things, and you're going to really like it a lot. So I hope this has been helpful. It looks like we have an intense week ahead. I'm wishing you guys the best, brightest, most beautiful things that life has to offer. And I will see you soon. Take care, love bugs. Bye.